Hello, and welcome to Aquarius Dragon Tarot. I'll be your guide on this journey. And for today's card of the day, we have two decks on board. I had the intuition to bring in my Shakespeare deck, as well as this beautiful dragon deck. And what are dragons but epic beings and mythical who are existing in a modern context? And Shakespeare translates the epic into cultural norms and helps us integrate the lessons and allegories of life in such a beautiful and lyrical way. So without further ado, what they're telling me is to just open and flip, and we'll take what card comes up and go ahead and think of a question. You can always say, show me what I need to see. Show me what's in my highest loving good for me. And as always, only take what resonates with your beautiful heart. And what doesn't, it might just be a fun story to listen to or an allegory or two. Wow. Holy smokes. Okay. Y'all are never playing around, but really you're not playing around today. Oh my goodness. Talk about the end of endings and the beginning of something magical and new. Okay, so let's go with the dragon card first. This dusky pink dragon from Andromeda. Wow, it's such a beautiful, beautiful drawing. I just adore these cards. And Angelic Spirit led me to picking these out just for these readings. So the only place that they appear is here. I've never used them in live readings with my clients. And look at what it says. That we are preparing our chakras to embody higher love and to accept and radiate higher love and to touch others with its flame. The way that I sense this is, and I don't know if you can see, but there are these beautiful music notes that are on the belly of our pink dragon. And also she's got what looks like almost like a caterpillar in her hand, which is so powerful as well because we've been seeing all the butterflies. So it might be that you are going into a phase of expressing what happened before your transformation. And you're expressing it in a transformative way where it's taking what was, and you see how there's like these spirals behind her, what might have been really challenging, and actually the spirals might come through her, but it feels like it's behind her. Like you've left behind, Ten of Swords, you've left behind some really challenging times. You came through a journey of walking through a desert where there was no water guaranteed for you, and yet something, an energy was propelling you forward. And in that propulsion came a revelation. And you pulling out your original self from the midst of a spiral that was not one that was helping you evolve, but one that was helping you pull yourself through what you had originally been born into. And that spiral had nothing to do with you. That spiral could have been a vortex. It feels almost like a twister, but it wasn't yours, and you left it behind you. And now it's actually something kind of beautiful. And just as light things can be beautiful, dark things can be beautiful too. And Ten of Swords is all about the end of the struggle, that you have finished the final one. I call this the energy of the closers. The closers, and they connect to the number 10, which is you are finishing it, you are ending it. the trials, the tribulations, the strifes, the wars, and you are doing it for yourself first and foremost, and it's going to pay dividends for others. What I also find fascinating is that there are flames in this card. In almost every single one of our cards, we have the presence of flames. As the reader, I am a fire dragon, hence Aquarius Dragon Tarot. And the fire, in my view, as the Zoroastrians and the pagans experienced, the fire is a purifier. Now, it doesn't mean literal fire and to walk into it and you're going to be purified. No, it's about the symbol, the benefits that we receive, the warmth. And especially when we have the Lionsgate 888 portal that comes in August, that is all about purifying yourself and finding your inner realm where your light and your dark meet in order to make something transformational. So what I sense is you're in your summer. That's what I hear. You're in your summer, whatever that means for you, because summer is a time of freedom, of letting go, of going to the water, and water is going to be very purifying at this time. And singing and songs and music keeps coming through these cards to me, and that is so important for you. And I'm also very aware that there are 2 cards beneath these that have popped up. Those were unintentional. We are going to embrace them because I embrace everything as a part of what's meant to be. Wow. So coming from this place where you were taking a past that was spiraling like a vortex that you were in the middle of, but you went in and it's like this little caterpillar that was stuck there. You went and picked him up. And it was like a needle in a haystack. The odds were none that you were going to be able to get yourself out of that, but you knew going in that you needed to do this. And now that you're coming out, you are singing, but the song may not be delightful. Exactly, just like the siren that just came through as I'm talking about singing. I embrace all the signs. I live in an urban area where sirens are constantly coming and going. And this siren song is all about your freedom. It's why you are embodying this higher love. It's why you are radiating at this heightened place where you are touching others with your flame. Because your flame is born from all the 10,000 doors that you went through that kept shutting in your face until you found your own window out and through. And that's incredibly powerful, a very powerful place for you to be in. I'm just going to move these cards so that we have these singular ones beneath as well. But definitely, whatever the trials were, and what I sense is love triangles, backstabbing. If you are an Aquarius, we have very little space for drama. We don't like it. We tend to see more the sides that not everybody else sees. And I feel like this Knight of Cups is like, baby, you can celebrate now. You made it out. It's going to be a time of celebration. I find it fascinating that he's wearing this green, and we just went past St. Patrick's Day. If you are listening in the timeline in accordance to where we are, and if you're not, consider it just a nod to the Irish. I love the Irish people. They are such powerful thrivers beyond the challenges that they faced. And it makes perfect sense that this is what's coming to you, is a time of celebration, is a time of recognition, is a knighthood, which to me is a claim and recognition for what you really deserve. And there is a dance to this song. And we have had this card, we have received this card before, and I love it when cards come up again because it's saying that you're on the right track, that what you had experienced, it has a connective thread and a tissue. And in a way, this dragon, it's almost like the spirals that were behind this card are on its arms. So I feel like this is about the past, where you were kind of crossing that bridge. You were holding space for something to come through, and that was this magic that was coming out of you. And now that magic has come into releasing you from the spiral. from the twister that was behind you, so that now you can find the new freedom that's within you and express the song that's coming through you. And this song isn't always going to be delightful, because I feel very strongly pink is the color of romance and heart, and so is green. Green is the color of heart and family and lineage. Orange is the color of the solar plexus and the sacral chakra, which is all about digestion, your belly. You may have a sensitive digestive tract, and this might be signaling time for purifying, time for clarity, or maybe you just did a cleanse and you can now recognize and celebrate that. And instead of drinking the drink that would harm you, you are consuming this song that will enliven you, that will bring you even closer to your dream come through, which really is your destined path. And whoever tried to sling swords at you, tell you not to do it, negative Nancy'd you out of it, they were not successful. In fact, they made you stronger. They helped you find clarity. That's what the purifying was about finding this inner little one who's just so sweet. I feel like it's like almost like such childlike energy. You can be a full-grown adult and still be childlike, but not childish. And the resiliency that comes with this song is so pervasive, because you were able to get out from all the swords. You were able to take the fire and make a celebration out of it, to get across that bridge and know that what was coming through you and all the threads that you were holding on to, you could finally let them go. And know that the thing that you thought you knew what it was just white bubbles. It was a haze. It's coming into clarity. Maybe it's not a ton of things in your hands, but what's there is so real and true and tender. And I don't know if you can see, but this little guy that's in the hands of this dragon is just so straightforward, looking beyond, a little navigator. You can really see into the universe and recognize things that others don't. And people are beginning to hear your song. It's why you are able to touch others with your flame. Ba-boom. And you're going to help others just by being you and doing you, help them get out of their own trash fires that they don't feel entitled to stay indoctrinated into. Because freedom is your destiny. And I do feel wealth. I do feel financial freedom. So if there are financial burdens that have been falling on you, extra responsibilities that are weighing you down, wow, are you going to remove yourself from them and find new ground and receive the accolades, awards, rewards? That's what I hear. I have goosebumps on my right side. Coming through a masculine paternal energy. It may not be necessarily a man, it could be a female that has masculine energy, because this is also very feminine energy, but it also feels masculine. And this has very masculine energy and also feels somehow feminine with the leaves. And I feel like in our previous readings, we've talked about a forest. You are emerging from your forest, the forest of your dreams, and you're coming out with the gumption of your truth, so that you may share with all the livelihood of your heart, of your joy, of the power of your dark and light flame, bringing you into new states of waking, destined awareness. Wow. Bless your incredibly powerful, incredibly beautiful journey. It is a true honor and a true joy to witness you. May you be blessed.